So, Alien Earth has released their first official trailer. We only had a teaser before. Got the first official trailer. It does release August 12th. So we may end up getting another trailer for this in true Alien fashion. I would imagine we probably will. Just because we typically do with Alien. We'll get a few trailers will be on the blower for Alien. But this was a bit of a surprise drop. And I've got to say, I absolutely love this trailer. I really love this trailer. So just one word, two words to describe it from the panel, and then we'll watch it together and then we'll talk about it. So Culture, 2 words to describe your reaction to the trailer.
Absolutely amazing.
Marvin?
Woke garbage. No, I'm kidding. No, it was epic.
And Nick.
So when I first watched it and it started off,
What?
Hang on.
2 words, mate. Just quick.
Okay.
What are you all doing?
I Four score and 7 years ago.
Yeah, I have questions. Overall, it was good.
Fuck's sake. You're ruining it. It's supposed to be 2-word reaction. Anyway, let's watch
7 words.
Let's watch
I was going to try to go 30.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How's our girl?
She's ready.
You're going to be the first person to transition from a human body to a synthetic.
Because I'm special.
That's right. You're very, very special.
We have a downed spacecraft.
I want what's on that ship.
We can do it. We're fast, we're strong, we don't break.
It's like a zoo, but the animals got out.
This ship collected 5 different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe. Monsters.
Fuck me.
Invasive species. Predatory.
If we don't lock them down, it will be too late.
Sorry, I had to do the little thing of that. So I love it. I think what a great bloody trailer. So I thought, what's a few things actually. Let's sort of clarify because there's a little bit. Let's have a look. So there's one thing. There's a lot in here. There's so much in this trailer. So let's get away from this sort of intro thing. Well, one, the aesthetic's amazing. The aesthetic is truly incredible. So Neverland Research Island. Some people in my comments were like, "Oh, I don't like the Neverland part." And I'm like, well, it probably makes reference to the fact that, you know, the aim is eternal life, right? So, you know, never grow old. Neverland Research Island. The idea is immortality. I'm guessing, just a wild guess, especially considering they're putting, you know, brains, consciousness into synthetic bodies. I would imagine that's probably the reference, which I think is a cool reference. Actually, I like that as a reference.
Which that's what Wayland Yutani was actually trying to do before he died.
Yeah, true. Actually, maybe that is. Well, this is this is set 2 years before the events of Alien, which is obviously after the events of Prometheus. So maybe all of the mega corporations, that's what they were trying to do. It was a race to immortality.
Yeah.
Maybe. So obviously this little girl has cancer from the leaks anyway. And she's selected for this program to have her mind put into this synthetic body. Cool concept. I mean, anything that explores the human condition, I think, is generally speaking always has the prospect to be quite interesting. Doesn't always do it, but Noah Hawley's got a great track record, so I don't see the issue. But I love the aesthetic. I mean, look, you've got high tech, but look at how analog it is. Look at all the switches and buttons and knobs and things. How cool is that? That's wicked. I think it's amazing. It's cool to have the blend, because the sort of blend of high tech / analog stuff. I think it's fantastic. Really, really cool. So this is Prodigy City. There are 5 mega corporations that control the entire world, and one of them is Prodigy City. Now, I made a comment when I was speaking about this in my trailer reaction. I was like, it's a bit, communist or fascistic, this sort of giant poster on the side of the high rise. But someone else actually made a really interesting point. It reminds them of the Prometheus engineers pointing to the sky, which is true, actually. To be honest, I hadn't thought of that. What a great additional kind of comment there. But it looks great. The aesthetic is solid. Now this, they have a smart gun here. What looks like a smart gun. So for those that, it does look like a smart gun.
Yeah, it actually kind of does. The way he's holding it and everything.
Yeah.
Because his one hand is back and the other one's kind of up forward. Like he's grabbing a bicycle handle.
Yep. Yeah, I think it is a smart gun, or like a prototype kind of smart gun. It is what it looks like, which is a pretty deep cut in the Alien universe.
And actually, if you look to the right there, you can see the little
flip top.
Yeah, the little connector part that looks like it's connected to a table.
Yes. Yeah. Which is just super cool. This is the USCSS Maginot, which is a Weyland-Yutani vessel. It's a deep space research vessel. As it begins to crash land in Prodigy City, sorry. Pretty major. Like this, it looks epic. Like it's such a big scale. Love how it looks. And obviously just boom straight into the city itself, which is, I mean, that's terrifying, isn't it? Crash lands right in the city. We saw some leaked concept art about this actually. And it looked great. They just look like straight up pulse rifles, which is cool. So that just looks like a pulse rifle, doesn't it? Like an pulse rifle.
Yeah, early version of it. The A1 model.
So that's cool. Again, nice sort of deep cut there into the Alien universe. This is Boy Cavalier. So this is the guy who runs Prodigy Corporation. And he's like, yeah, I want what's on that ship. And obviously the hybrids are like, yep, we can do it. And I think this is actually really smart because facehuggers can't do anything to them. So it does actually make sense that they send them in. Obviously, they don't know that, facehuggers are there, but it makes sense that from a narrative perspective, that's kind of the MacGuffin, isn't it? Humans can get facehugged, but these can't. And obviously, synthetics are not human enough to really be protagonists. So these, as a narrative concept, kind of bridge that gap quite nicely, I think. So that's kind of cool. Don't see an issue with. Yeah, I think it's cool. Some beautiful cinematography. Like it looks wicked. all looks brilliant. Now this part is quite interesting. They're like, yeah, we've got five species from the depths of the universe or whatever. Now, actually, there's two here. There's two ovomorphs here, two alien eggs. 005-3008-4. They're two alien eggs. You can kind of just see that straight away. One there, one there. They sort of linger on this thing in the middle, though, which is quite interesting, I thought. So, well, what the hell is that? But what is really I mean, that's just disgusting. Person's been completely obliterated and blown apart. And this is quite cool. It's like, wait, is that teasing like an alien queen or just an alien? Who knows? And then you got this. They're hacking at something, and there's just all this like blood just flying up into the sky. You see that at the start.
Huh.
Mists of like clouds of blood flying up.
It almost kind of reminds me of like Jurassic Park with the raptors in the tall grass.
Yeah.
Maybe the alien or something in there.
There was one particular part I wanted to show you guys, talk about. Oh yeah, here. So here's these samples again, the specimens. 025-2 invasive species. So here on this screen, tentacle system that can grow or retract at will. This is a new creature that they've just created. The tentacles carry extraordinary strength and are built to climb into and dislodge the eyes of other living organisms. Fucking hell. Once replaced in the eye socket, T. ocellus takes over the ocular pathways to the brain, overriding the neurotransmissions throughout the body. Fuck. More study needed to gauge. I think someone else is more study needed to gauge inherent intelligence, though T. ocellus has shown remarkable problem-solving skills at a near human level.
It's like the octopus from hell.
Yeah, and says a complete surprise species. A complete surprise species 64 has been given the tentative, and that's it. It's gone. What an epic creation! We actually see it in this trailer as well. But there's a few ovomorph there, just chilling. Shit your pants, guys! Come on now, what are you doing? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's so.
And I guess that was that creature coming out of that right there.
Yeah, I think so. I think it kills the goat, to be honest. Where is it? Because it's really gory. Oh, I missed it, I think. Here! Look at this!
Oh, it's got eyes and everything.
And I mean, that must be someone's eyeball.
Yeah,
like that's someone's head, isn't it?
Face.
I think it's going into the eye socket. Oh my god! I think the effects are really good there.
Yeah, that looks like
everyone's saying it. Everyone's saying it in the chat, and I agree. This show looks expensive.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but FX make like really expensive shows normally.
Yeah,
like Hulu and FX.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it looks like they put a lot of money into it.
Yeah, yeah. I thought this shot was really cool. I'll shut up in a minute. You guys can just give your thoughts. But this shot here, she's got like a massive hook through the bloody aliens in a jaw, and it's practical effects for the win. I've said enough, guys. Thoughts? You could have chimed in as well.
Look, this was absolutely stunning. Every second of this trailer, you literally could pause and find something new. They packed so much into this. They obviously got somebody who understood how to like edit music videos in order to make this happen, because it's literally just shot, and it's just like, oh, that's new. Oh, that's new. And in the aesthetic here is so good. As you mentioned, mixing digital with the analog, and from the very beginning, the countdown, the klaxon alarm, everything about it got me immediately into what this world was going to become. And I haven't been excited about anything like this in a long, long time. Not just the visuals, the new creatures, as you pointed out, this is terrifying stuff. And we get this for a while. This is a show. This isn't a movie. So
just to clarify, they FX boss was like, yeah, make it at the very least 2 seasons.
Oh man.
So did they do a contract for 2 seasons?
Well, so the FX boss has basically come out and been like, yeah, we want to be quite bullish on this, and we're writing it for 2 seasons at a minimum.
Oh, nice. So this shot right here, I think that's like another like egg or something. That thing that was hanging in that center container.
New alien.
Yeah, like a new alien.
Have we ever seen a queen egg? Like the egg that a queen hatches out of?
Well,
no,
because the queen is all the face huggers are all come from the same eggs, and then different ones, carry the queen embryos. Well,
there's different theories on queen eggs, like how a queen comes to be. There's like the molting theory, like maturation. An alien just eventually matures into one and molts as and when required. Or there's like the egg theory that an egg is laid specifically for a queen face hugger.
That's what it could be in that big one.
Because in Alien 3, the queen laid one last egg that got into Ripley, and she had a queen.
Yep.
The thing that I like the most in this is that you didn't really even have to show the xenomorph like for more than a split second. They didn't have to lean on that. The trailer was good enough, and I like that they were leaning into the face huggers, because I think they're the scariest things in Alien. Like, I'm more scared of the face. I was more scared of the face hugger stuff than I was when the actual alien was running around, because it's tension.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, facehuggers are facehuggers are just disgusting.
We all have that fear of something jumping out of the dark at us.
Well, it's not just that. Like, facehuggers, if you're thinking about it, actually, I got to be careful with the language I use, but facehuggers essentially grape you.
Yeah.
Right? They do. They effectively grape you, and they impregnate you. And there's so much more to it than that as well. Like, that's like one layer of the disgust of facehuggers. The other layers is also the fact that it's that sort of asphyxiation fear as well. It's it's such a great design. It taps into so many fears. It's the fear of multiple limbed creatures as well. That again, that's a pretty
blindness,
big primal fear. It's just what an expert design. Absolutely incredible.
Wow, 1.1 million views in 5 hours. That's not
Dude,
bad.
this thing is going to be monstrous.
Look at this. And practical suit, man. That's a practical suit. That's a guy in a costume.
But see, they built these sets. If they were counting on 2 seasons, they built these sets to last. These aren't going anywhere. So literally, I mean, these are going to become other things. They're going to get their butts kicked. They're going to be deteriorate. They're going to be aged. You're going to see different versions of these same sets in the future. This is the way you're supposed to make things, right? I cannot wait. Everything being practical is such a step forward, or a step back to what we used to do. And it really does make things look more real. And I really hope they continue to add film effects, like grain and things like that. Because if you've noticed in some of these shots, especially the landscapes, it looks like they've added grain filters and stuff, even there.
Yeah, it's sort of hazy, isn't it? I guess. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't think. Yeah, Yeah, maybe it's a sort of a noise that they've added. I just think it looks so bloody cool. What a great show. What an epic first trailer as well. Like, we've had teaser trailers and stuff, but this is the first like full trailer, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. What a solid trailer to just release. And the thing is as well, like, it you know what the story is, but you don't know what the story is. They've revealed just enough to get people on board, I think. Yeah, I mean, keep going with your thoughts, guys. I've sort of said quite a lot. I'm just going to sort of scroll through this. What do we think about the sort of concept of hybrids, Nick? Because you're quite an Alien aficionado. So, what do you think about the concept of hybrids, a new thing in the world of Alien?
I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for them expanding, like it looks like they're doing in this show. Like, so when I first watched the trailer, and then they brought that girl out, and they're like, "You're gonna be the first to transition." I was like, "Oh God, don't tell me there's gonna be transitioning undertones for trans and all that in here." But the trailer continued. By the end of it, I'm all here for it. I've been really disappointed in other than Romulus, which I didn't love, but I did like it. I've been very disappointed with the Alien franchise over the last decade, minus Alien Isolation 2, because that's the greatest Alien game of all time, in my opinion.
We're getting a sequel to that. We're getting a sequel.
Yep. And so, yeah, I'm hyped for this after seeing this trailer. And it looks like they've put a lot of love and care in this, just like with Romulus. When I first saw Romulus, I get the same kind of love and care for the franchise in this trailer that I felt that they gave in Romulus. A lot of callbacks, a lot of Easter eggs. Like Marvin was saying, they didn't have to overdo it with the xenomorphs in the trailer. We already know that they're there. They just kind of teased them with quick shots. Same thing with the face huggers, and then they're teasing some of these other aliens. Here's some of my concerns and some of the things I'm looking forward to hearing how they explain. One, this is happening on Earth, pre-alien, and aliens, of course, and all that. So I'm curious to see by the end of season 2, how did nobody else seem to hear or know anything about this alien species? Aliens.
I'd say that's actually quite an easy one to answer, to be honest. So, if you've got 5 mega corporations and they're all, fighting each other and they're against one another, you got corporate espionage. I mean, it's 5 corporations that run the entire planet. Like Weyland-Yutani is not going to know what Prodigy Corporation is doing, same as what the other corporations aren't going to know. They're going to know a little bit here and there, but they're not going to be completely in the know. Also, one would imagine that Prodigy City is probably going to have to get leveled.
I was just thinking that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it may even be. We may even get like a fun callback of we need to go to orbit and nuke the site.
Because if you remember in Aliens versus Predator Requiem, that's what they were going to do to that city in Colorado.
Yeah.
And there'd be no survivors, nobody to talk about it. It would only be the top level people that would actually know what happened there and what actually was going on. And then if you fast forward to Alien Resurrection, when they land on Earth, and you hear them talk about it, they're like, "Oh, Earth, that shithole," and then when you see them on Earth, and it just looks like it's just, completely just crap down there. There's like no standing building, no cities like what we see in this. Maybe some of that plays into this show, and I would be fine with that explanation. I would be fine but I think we have to have that shown and explained in this. so that it makes sense moving forward. To the
yeah. No, I agree. I mean, this is it's opening the lore up even further because it's set before Alien.
Yeah.
So I mean, the presumption is that it confirms even further, that Weyland-Yutani always knew about the alien. In fact, they knew about even more horrendous species across the known universe. I will say this as well. Like, good to see Timothy Olyphant. I think he's such a good actor.
Yeah,
I think he's brilliant, and I can't wait to see him in this. This individual, I think the girl's name is Sydney Chandler. I think, or Sydney Chandler. This muscle is just not easy to develop for a girl, for a woman. She did a bloody good job of being athletic. I know people will be like, "Oh, she's not very big." She's not, but that musculature is still really hard to get for a female. So kudos to her for. I don't know if she's always like this. If so, still kudos, I guess. But at least she looks the part in that regard. So yeah, I guess sort of side mention there. But I think there's a lot to be said for this with these sort of what are they called, hybrids and stuff.
Love the practical effects too.
Sword's a bit floppy there.
I'm sorry, just visually, this is probably one of the most impressive trailers we've seen in a while.
Is that a leaf blower I'm hearing?
Sorry, that's probably coming from me, the idiot. They only have to do yard work when I'm on a stream.
I was like, what is that noise?
Sorry about that.
That's fine. The practical effects in this, I absolutely love. That's probably my big takeaway from this is the practical effects. I think they look great.
Yeah, I think this all looks great. It's interesting.
Set
this
designs.
What is that? Is that like a microscope, I guess, or this is on the ship.
Must be the lab.
It's just so gross. It looks real. It doesn't look like they're going to shy away from any of the sort of blood and gore and stuff.
See, cool. And I wonder what's all, because they said they got 4 or 5 different five
different species.
So we know we got 2 alien eggs. We got
no. It's 5 different species. So the 2 alien eggs is still only 1.
Oh, okay, all right. So what are the other 4? We got the octopus. What are the other ones?
We know that there's a flying creature.
Was that shown in this trailer?
So it's been shown in one of the previous teaser trailers. There was a little shot of it, only briefly inside its own cage, so you can't really see anything. But there's a flying creature, and it was also in one of the very first original trailers of some description.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I mean that's there's 3, I guess, and then whatever is in this, maybe the flying creature is in this thing,
right in the center there.
That they're sort of lingering on. I don't know. I have literally no idea.
Do you think we're going to see Howard the Duck in one of these containers?
I don't think so. No. Hopefully not. But look how gory it is, man.
Yeah,
like, that person.
Yeah.
Like they are screwed. But doesn't that looks like that's just a building, isn't it? That's just like a nice. It's like a foyer to a building with like.
It looks like he's like walking out of the bathroom or something, or into a bathroom.
Can't wait for this hit.
Or an elevator.
Can't wait for this to hit Disney Plus.
Hey.
So I can't wait for this to hit Disney Plus. With all the blood all over the place.
Well, it will be on Disney Plus in the UK.
It will.
Actually.
It'll be a year too because it's FX.
Yes.
Will they not throw something like this on Hulu?
Well, Hulu is on Disney Plus. So.
Okay. So when you sign into a Disney Plus account, the Hulu stuff is there as well.
Mm-hmm. If you have Hulu.
Okay. Gotcha.
You have to have the separate subscription.
Okay,
Sorry, I
gotcha.
derailed this.
I don't subscribe, so I don't know.
You see those guns again. So yeah, very, very, very pulse rifle-esque, eh? And what that guy's got on his back there, I presume is a smart gun. Because you can kind of see his I don't know, is his hands in front of him? Yeah.
Oh,
I guess so.
yeah. No, and you can see the little contraption that's kind of attached to his body there.
Yeah,
Kind of to the right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a smart gun, isn't it?
Man.
Yeah.
Is there another shot? There is another shot of them walking, isn't there? Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
smart gun. That's a
yeah.
full-blown smart gun.
Yep, right there.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
that's
definitely
so
a
cool.
prototype because that one is a lot bigger than the one
It's
from
huge.
Alien. Yeah.
And these are definitely a version of a pulse rifle.
Yeah, it looks like they have because if you look at the guy behind there, it looks like he has like an actual pulse rifle, and this one looks more like a pistol, like a 9mm version. You know, like more of like a CQB.
Interesting.
So it's like a different caliber of smart gun.
Yeah, man.
Because it doesn't have
spotted.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the grenade launcher underneath of it either. But if you look at the guy in the back, he's got a full blown one.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got the pump action, isn't he? Pump action grenade launcher. Yeah. Well spotted, man. That's so interesting.
So we're gonna see some different. Looks like some different type of marine weapons that they're gonna end up introducing.
That's cool.
This is them bringing in the samples. And presumably a body as well, by the looks of it. Oh, no. This is them bringing in... I think that's them bringing in the girl for her surgery. This is like a flashback sequence, I think, because he's in the same outfit that he was before. Oh, no, maybe not. I don't know. No, I could be wrong there. Actually, I think these are the samples, and they're bringing in a body as well. I don't know, unless they're two different time periods.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? Yeah, there you go. There's a flying creature there. You can see it buzzing about up and down. Look, see?
Oh yeah.
See, it goes up and it goes down. Interesting. Oh, there's a few of them. There's one over there in the other jar as well, actually.
So maybe they grabbed two of all these different species?
It's like Noah's Ark, isn't it?
I was literally going to say Noah's Ark.
For the hell version.
Yeah, straight from the hell. Exactly. Oh my gosh. There isn't anything in this. Every second of this is full of something. It's just amazing.
God damn, man. It's so disgusting. This thing's so gross. This creature, so gross. Man. So gross. But look how cool and analog it is. Yeah. Oh, I love it so much. Love it so much. What a wicked trailer. And so this thing has eyes all the way around it, basically.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one thing about Prometheus that I didn't like. It was like everything was too high tech. Yeah. And I was just like, what? How do they have all this? But then the ship on Alien, is like all analog and old school.
Super cool.
Yep. So August, what's the drop? August 20.
August 12th.
12th.
Yeah, August 12th. So I think that they dropped that creature in with that sheep. The tentacle creature.
That sheep knows what's up. It was backing away slowly.
Yeah. Closing thoughts on any of this? What do you reckon?
When does this start? Because I need to start watching it now.
August 12th.
There you go. So the end of my summer is going to be full.
Yeah.
And gross.
This is all practical. This entire sequence is practical.
That's amazing to me. Like, and good on them. Good on them. Like, it's going back to the roots.
You can see the practical costume behind him, like, and you can see that it's practical there.
Yeah.
So that's really well done.
The question at the end of this is going to be, after the first season, why aren't we still doing this now? Why aren't we still using these practical techniques now? Because you know what you're going to get, and you don't have to wait in post forever to something to show up. This is maybe even less expensive than it would have been if you did it all digital. It probably is.
Definitely be cheaper. Look at that. This is the alien ramming the glass into the control room aboard the Maginot. Using his head as a battering ram. That's so cool. Love it. What a great trailer. What a great trailer.
Yeah, they did a good job on it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Anything else bad? Or shall we?
I cannot wait.
Man, between this and the James Bond game from yesterday, like, it's going to be a good year.
Oh yeah.
Wait, DEI Bond? Okay.
Oh, I don't care that there's a black woman in the game. Culture. I like that you play as James Bond. He's a white man. He looks like James Bond, and it looks like you play it like Hitman. I don't care that there's black people in the game.
It looks like Gary Ambrosia.
I was like, they made Bond look like Bond. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
looks like a young Pierce Brosnan. I'm not going to complain about it.
I thought the James Bond game looked great.
All right, let's get some super chats. So we've got what's this? Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. Got a super chat from we've got no super chats about this. All right, well, we'll move on.